Hi everyone, welcome to this video on how to implement MITRE DEFEND for Technique 1059 Command and Scripting Interpreters. We're going to be using a SOAR platform and show you how you can use playbooks to automate incident response to this threat. Command and Scripting Interpreter attacks were the second most common technique seen in MITRE Ingenuity's Sightings Ecosystem Report. They represented approximately 15.77% across 1.1 million sightings. The command and scripting interpreter technique refers to the exploitation of command line interpreters to execute malicious commands on a targeted system. Interfaces such as PowerShell, Bash, or Windows Command Prompt provide a direct means to interact with the underlying system, allowing users to execute commands and scripts to perform legitimate administrative tasks. These interpreters are far-reaching and common across many devices, making them attractive targets. MITRE's Defend matrix outlines how to address this technique, however security teams struggle to consistently implement Defend's recommendations. The MITRE Defend matrix has 6 stages: model, harden, detect, isolate, deceive, and evict. Each has different tasks that can be completed to address T1059. In the following examples, I will show you how Smart SOAR playbooks can turn Defend's recommendations into consistent automated workflows. In Stage 1, MITRE recommends running vulnerability scans on affected devices. This is possible in Smart SOAR using one of our many integrations. For example, Qualys Vulnerability Management can be used to see recently scanned hosts, initiate scans where there may be gaps, and retrieve full vulnerability reports. These reports provide a clear overview of security vulnerabilities, misconfigurations, and potential weaknesses, allowing teams to prioritize and address their most critical vulnerabilities. If a compromised account has been confirmed, permission restriction is this next stage of the Defend framework. An identity and access management tool can be used to view user permissions, available groups, and limit access to files, applications, or devices. In this example, we use Okta to execute these tasks. Get user groups and get groups pulls in a list of all available groups in the organizations and which one the user is a part of. Using this information, SOC analysts can add and remove users to various groups depending on the level of access they need. This workflow simplifies user management by centralizing permission control and helps maintain a structured approach to identity and access management. In Stage 3, MITRE recommends conducting a detailed file analysis, including dynamic, emulated, and static analysis. Many security tools have this capability. For example, CrowdStrike can be used to submit files to a sandbox environment and review the results of the report directly within Smart SOAR. These reports typically include comprehensive information about detected threats, malware behaviors, attack patterns, and affected systems. If a malicious file is found, then the next action a security team needs to take is to add the process it's executing to a deny list. Conversely, if the executables are found to be benign and triggered from a false positive, they can be added to an allow list to eliminate future false positives. Here, Trend Micro Vision 1 can be used to terminate an existing process or remove it from a block list, giving a conditional analysis on the process itself. Stage 5 is deceive. Playbooks can create new files and add hashes to an EDR's watch list to monitor the file and detect suspicious activity. This is a way for security teams to trick an adversary, monitoring their actions and ultimately removing them from the network. The UDSO list and Trend Micro Vision 1 can be updated via the playbook to specify files, applications, or other entities that need to be monitored for suspicious activity. The final stage of the Defend framework is eviction. For command and scripting interpreter threats, this means removing malicious files from devices. CrowdStrike's delete IOCs command is one example of an integration command that can be used to remove suspicious files from the network. Here we are in a parent playbook, where each sub-playbook has been added as a nested workflow. This kind of design means that you can drag and drop different workflows depending on your technology stack or your client's needs if you're an MSSP. Using playbooks is a reliable way to implement MITRE Defend, as you can see here. Up until now, it's been difficult to implement Defend's best practices consistently because it's so detailed. Without an automated workflow, it's easy for teams to miss steps in the incident response process. But by building playbooks inside of Smart SOAR, You can design them to be directly in line with MITRE Defend best practices, and you can follow the right process every time.